Yo, what's happening, y'all? Welcome back to Snaps, your favorite daily college football podcast. Over the hesitation there, I almost got my wires crossed and called this the wrong name. I am one of your hosts, T-Bob Hebert, joined as always by QB1, man with the most dazzling smile in all of college football podcasting. Of course, we could only be talking about Aaron Murray. Aaron, sup, brah?
Sup, brah? Last day
Chilling.
with the hat, hopefully. The scar on the head is almost gone, thankfully. So just going to try to avoid running into doors this weekend is the goal. So
I mean, you're being so extra about this to begin with, though. Like, who cares if you have a scratch on your head? I don't like if you're literally only wearing the volume hat to hide a scratch on your head. It's ridiculous. Something like a bad
it's an
zit
excuse
or
to wear the
something.
volume hat.
Yeah, there
It's
you
an
go.
excuse to wear the volume hat. Yeah.
But like to be clear, there's nothing wrong with having like a badass scar or something. If it's like a zit or something like that, like I understand maybe want to hide that under a hat, but like no, if you got like a cool, gnarly looking looks like you got fight or you got in a fight or something, I think that plays. Now, granted, you know, if not for the people that know that it was a 2-year-old that beat your ass and gave you that mark on your head, but yeah, without the story, I thought it looked pretty cool. What's up, everyone, though? I'm bringing up the chat right now. I hope everyone's having an excellent day. Shout out to FanDuel Sportsbook for putting us on. Promo code is SNAPS. They got great sign-up deals going on right now. And shout out to the Volume Sports Network. If you want to help out the show, like it, share it with all of your friends if they enjoy college football as well. And you can always go subscribe to the podcast feed, wherever you get podcasts, Apple, Spotify, doesn't matter, and rate it and review it. We have some stuff to get to today. So unfortunately, it's going to be a bit of a quicker episode today, which I hate because, you know, I get very long-winded and can talk about nothing forever. But I do have a hard 140 out due to just kids and, you know,
Golf
work and stuff.
Golf.
No. Not golf.
Just a hell of a week for him. Hell of a week.
I may be going to Topgolf or something tonight with the wife as a date night, but
dude, she's fiending over the golf lately. She is.
I know, bro. She likes it.
Can I have her talk to Sharon about this whole little golf thing?
That's what she was saying. She was like, why don't more wives just want to go golfing with their husbands? And then she also said that I would never be allowed to play if she wasn't into it, which is true, right? There's no way that she would expect me just going to chill for like 4 hours on the golf course every weekend. Whatever, though. We got
your family.
My wife. I mean, what do you we hold these truths to be self-evident. I mean, you're the one always talking about wanting to be a stay-at-home dad. Granted, you did threaten your wife with domestic violence for not toasting your pub sub that one time, but no, I think I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Sharon wears the pants, and in Sharon's case, like the responsible lawyery business pants as well, like courtroom pants, the most intense type of pants that one can wear. If you can't tell, I'm very excited. It is almost the weekend. That's going to be great. Aaron, do you want to defend yourself here? Now, this comes from another Florida man, but Bilbo Baggins says Aaron is dressed like a typical Florida man right now.
What is a typical Florida man? I see no like affliction shirt on me. It's a nice Lululemon.
Okay, so you answered your own question. You answered your own question though. You said, "What is a typical Florida man?" I see no affliction on me. So okay, so your version of a typical Florida man's affliction T-shirt.
Hey, Guido. Yes.
Are the
spiky hair? Yeah.
Okay. What about
we just got invited to my buddy's birthday party. And it's dress up as your favorite MTV character. So Sharon and I are both going as Jersey Shore characters. So you want to see Florida and you want to see Jersey Shore and Guido, just wait till about 2 weeks and I'll show you what it's about.
So
Holly B over here.
I haven't done a Jersey Shore. I haven't done a Jersey Shore party since college, man. It was a lot of fun back in the day. Aaron, before we start the show, Bulldogs. Suck it. College basketball, my second favorite sport on the planet. Just locked into last night's game. Them LSU boys beating the Bulldogs' ass. How does it feel? A little revenge for that SEC championship, as in a way, this was an SEC championship, right? Because it was to see
All right,
who would be worst, and therefore Georgia is worst. It's also a
Georgia's the
tournament setting,
worst.
so yeah, it's like it's a definite, legitimate, and equal payback for what you did to LSU in the SEC football national championship.
T-Bob was so locked in that it took him till this morning to tweet the shit talk to me. He didn't do it last night during the game. Didn't do it after the game. He waited to this morning when he woke up and saw the box score. Not when he was watching it live. Don't give me this. I was zoned in, locked in, watching LSU because I would have gotten a text. I think the game tipped off at 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock. You would have texted me like at 10 o'clock your time last night if you were locked into that game. You were watching Mando for the 5th time. Let's not lie.
Yeah, I was watching Mando for the second time.
Yeah.
And I was checking in on the Pelicans every now and then. No, there's not a sport that I really care about less than college basketball, except that I did enjoy shitting on Nate Oates when they lost to Tennessee, and I enjoy crapping all over Georgia now that they have lost to the superior college basketball team, the LSU Fighting Tigers. Let's see. Okay, so today we're going to look at a couple of lists that I almost said Stuart Feldman again, that Bruce Feldman and Stuart Mandel put out on The Athletic, their top 25 coaches. Probably look at their top 10, where they're wrong, and we'll give you our top 10. We'll also do one of our Thursday drafts as we draft the Blue Bloods. And as always, you can get involved with your with your comments in the chat. Abart says, I'm in the wrong financial bracket for golf. Disc golf, on the other hand, I can afford. Like, I'm sure you get the exact same satisfaction from disc golf than you do golf. No. And I feel you, dude. This shit is all so, it is expensive. And to be clear, this is nothing going to be regular. I'm just having a hot run here where for some reason I'm just getting a bunch of rounds through like charities.
Take it while you can get it, buddy. Take it while you can get it.
I agree. It's for the kids, man. It's it's for the kids, man. Like when I did allegedly a lot of party substances at Hogs for the Cause last year, a music and barbecue festival, and didn't sleep for 30 hours straight, I did that for the kids, as Hogs for the Cause does an incredible job of providing homes for families who have sick children that are dealing with, cancer and other awful issues. So yeah, man, you do charity as an adult so you can party for good causes. And it's just a great little hack that we've all figured out. Tom Stair says, nobody watched that game last night. That's like purgatory. You're not wrong. B2B Visor says, Aaron doesn't wear jorts. Are the jorts Florida jokes overdone?
What do you mean?
Like everybody. Jorts. So everybody in our when you want to make fun of a Florida person, you make fun of jean shorts. Like, is that a lot of times stereotypes are based on some sort of truth, right? Like, is there truth there? Is there an outside of normal amount of jorts wears in Florida?
Oh, it's up there. No. I don't think that's overdone. I think it's done just perfect. If not, we could probably honestly say it a little bit more if we wanted to. Like it's full steam ahead. Like they own it, they do it, they live it. I honestly, I grew up in Florida. I have no issue. Like, do you honestly have a big issue with someone wearing jorts? Because I don't.
No. I mean, I think it's.
I wouldn't wear, but.
I don't have an issue, though. I don't have an issue with anybody wearing anything. Do I think George can look goofy as hell and funny as hell? Absolutely. Like, I don't have an issue. I'm not going to say that they look good. Now, I think if you're going to wear a jean short, I think kind of ironically, you got to go more Daisy Duke, right? Like if you're going above the knee, then okay, you can pull that off a little more aptly. Like when you get into a below the knee jean short, you're entering a personality type. You're just entering a person where like it's. Well, yeah,
I think I have a picture of me from like middle school with some jorts that go to like just below the knee, but bigger clothes were in back then. So I will defend myself there. This isn't,
look, I'm not even
2002.
Exactly. Okay. And there's such would have been around the time when I was in 6th grade, and I'll never forget one of the most clear out of body, like I became a third party observer looking at myself that I've ever felt my entire life. I was very chubby, like in 6th grade, right? I was very pale. I had a buzz cut and I had braces. And I remember I went to Pac Sun and I found some black jean shorts that went well below my knee, and they had some random Asian characters on them. I don't know if they were Mandarin, Japanese, what, right? Some random Asian characters on them. And I bought these shorts. I thought they were the coolest thing in the world. And then I remember I was sleeping over at a friend's house. He had a sister who was our age, so she had friends over. Next thing you know, I'm letting him paint my nails, whatever. So the next night, I go to a Hawks game with my father, and here I am, a just short, fat, pale, braced up, suburban white kid with Chinese lettering, black denim shorts below my knee, a hoodie, and painted nails. And I just remember kind of taking myself in and thinking like, damn, my dad must be really disappointed in me. Like he must really he must be in his head right now. Like what is, like, am I doing something wrong? Is this a phase? Is he going to get out of this? And I just remember, like, after that day, I was like, okay, you know what? I don't think I ever wore those shorts again. I don't think I ever wore those shorts again.
Aaron Murray shorts, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait a second.
Shorts,
oh, okay, wait, hold on. For a second, I had the faces covered on my screen, and I could only see the abs, and I was blown away.
Damn, QB1.
Bro, who is that with the abs?
I have no idea who that is.
That's just some random frat bro you're just taking a pic with?
No, this was bye week. Me and Arthur Lynch, my tight end, we went down to Florida State for the bye weekend to enjoy a little festivities. So that was sophomore year. Am I looking at baby? Are those Jorts? Am I wearing Jorts though?
I don't know. I don't think you're wearing Jorts.
I think Jorts, but I just googled Aaron Murray Jorts to see if anything came up. And that's
he was more bringing it up, Aaron, because you are like kind of intimately posing with some super, super ripped dude who has your ring on. I'm assuming that's your ring, right? I'm assuming he's not showing off his own ring. Oh, okay.
I never won a championship. I don't know any rings.
I'm with you. All my rings are stolen. Well, I guess it's not true. 2011 SEC championship, I'll take. Well, I was going to say, like, in 2007, yes, was I a 2-time Scout Team Player of the Week? Yeah, okay. So I am basically responsible for Glenn Dorsey. But no, you got like 7 rings for winning a natty, and I mean, whatever. I was just Scout Team, so whatever. That dude is annoyingly rips his tongue. I agree, dude. I agree, man. All right. Do we want to, or are we done with the general fun talk portion of the show? Yeah. Do we want to get into some college football top 10 since we're on limited time today? The Athletic, of which I absolutely adore. I think they probably have the best college football writing team in the country. Though, you know, the talent they're building up at On3 is really good, but it's something different, right? They have Stuart Mandel and Bruce Feldman as two of their main voices. Love Bruce. Don't know Stuart as well, but, you know, really enjoy his writing. They came out with their top 10 or top 25, but we're going to do top 10 college football coaches. And I got real problems with both of these lists, Aaron. First off, Bruce is as follows. Nick Saban, I'll go 1 to 10. Nick Saban, Kirby Smart, Dabo Swinney, Jim Harbaugh, James Franklin at 5, Ryan Day 6, Lincoln Riley, Brian Kelly, Kyle Whittingham, and Lance Leipold. Stuart Mandel, Nick Saban, Kirby Smart, Dabo Swinney, Brian Kelly, Lincoln Riley, Jim Harbaugh, Ryan Day, Kyle Whittingham, Luke Fickell, James Franklin. And shout out to whoever in the chat earlier said, you got to talk about my boy Kyle Whittingham. Hell yeah. Brian Brown, those you love having a Utes fan in here, and we will talk Whittingham. But I want to create a Snaps top 10, Aaron. See if we can find some common ground here. Aaron, where did these? I think off the bat, these guys got it wrong. Like off the bat, they're both cowards. They both left. Yes. Like Stewart went so far as to say he has 1A and 1B for Saban and Smart. Okay, just make the call. It's Kirby Smart, the best college football coach going into 2023 is Kirby Smart. It is what it is. Move on. Okay, like one program's moving in this direction, and the other program is still better than everybody else, but they're not moving in that same direction. They're on a downward trajectory compared to.
I think we need to determine like what what is the ranking? Are we talking about just greatest coaches? Are we talking about, to me, when I view a list like this, I'm saying if I'm starting a team in order from 1 to 10, who do I want to be my head coach? Are we kind of feeling like that's the case here? Like
I think I like that.
if I'm starting an expansion team tomorrow, who do I want to be my head coach?
I would say, in the words of
we go like that?
just
That mentality?
feel it in your balls. Best
Yeah,
coach.
it's like it's like when they were who was it that was like, I don't know how to define porn, but I know it when I see it. It's a little bit of that, a little bit of intuition, a little bit of gut.
Okay. Are we going back and forth here? Are we snaking this?
No. I don't. I want this to be collaborative. We'll get into our draft later. Like because we won't agree everywhere, but I think we both agree that Kirby Smart 3 1.
I think Kirby won.
Yep.
I think Kirby's at the top of his game. Kirby is he's in his prime right now. There's no doubt about it. What he's doing, he's hitting on all cylinders. He's hitting it with coaching. He's hitting it with championships. He's hitting it with draft picks, All-Americans, with recruiting. Everything is just aligned and just beautiful. Facilities, all that, raising money. Kirby Smart, prime. Right now, number 1, 100%. 2, it's still Saban because he's still got some juice. He's still got a lot of power. So I think 1, 2, Kirby,
easy.
Saban, 3, Brian Kelly to me. I'm taking Brian Kelly over. I think those 3 are in their own category to me, honestly.
So on my personal list, so first off, on Stuart Mandel's list, he has Dabo Swinney at 3. This is my least favorite part of how we cover sports in America. We put such an overemphasis on championships, and some of y'all may roll your eyes there, but like I just don't agree. Okay, I think national titles are obviously the end goal, and they are a metric, but they are not the end all be all. And again, how I view this list are top 25 coaches right now. And Dabo was a top guy, probably a top 2 guy, right? Pushing for 1 a few years ago. He is not right now. Okay. Not if you go 21-6 over the last 2 years, which again is great for anybody else, but this is the elites, right? Of the elite. Like Dabo's not 3 right now. He had Pittsburgh win the ACC 2 years ago, 21-6 the last 2 years. Like seemingly at odds with the entire evolution of college football. Stuart Mandel took the lazy way out, just being like, he won natties, and I can't put anybody who hasn't won a natty. Like, he refused to put anybody without a natty title over somebody with one. I have no problem doing that. Dabo should not be 3. Bruce Feldman has Dabo at 3 as well. So they both did it. They both are like, championships are all that matters. Ridiculous. I would say this. So Kirby, Nick Saban, Aaron, am I an idiot? I think I like Ryan Day at 3 and then Kelly at 4. And the only reason why, I know Ryan Day lost to Michigan the last 2 years and lost to Big Ten, right? But before that, they won 4 Big Ten titles in a row. And even in losing to Michigan last year, it is the only game they lost until Georgia, and nobody put up a better fight against the national championship than did Ohio State. Nobody recruits at the level that Georgia and Alabama do, save for Ohio State. Nobody just plugs in. Nobody does this. They have no peers when it comes to just plugging in a quarterback and having them throw for 40 touchdowns. Like I was laughing. We recorded an interview that'll play tomorrow with Adam Brenneman. And at one point he brings up, we don't know what the Ohio State quarterback's going to do. And I kind of wanted to butt my way in and be like, yeah, we do. He's going to throw for 40 touchdowns. We know exactly what he's going to do. Right. So I know that this is maybe a weird pick given that Harbaugh's gotten the better of him 2 times in a row, but I feel like in his entire tenure around Ohio State, he has been better. And you could still make the argument that his style and his program is still closer to a national championship, even not knowing things like the quarterback. So I don't know, man. I actually have no problem putting Ryan Day here.
So, all right. So I'll agree to not flip mine, but be the opposite of you. So I think I will hold firm Brian Kelly at 3. What he did at Notre Dame, obviously, just as close to Ryan Day to winning a championship with lesser talent. First year in the SEC, winning the SEC West with a roster that was good, not great yet, and he's building on top of that. I just think to me, Brian Kelly has proven he can do more with less. Ryan Day took over a stacked program with stacked talent and just wins football games when he's just better than everyone else, which he should. Once again, Brian Kelly did it with teams not as talented, and he did it this year with a team that was significantly less talent than, say, Alabama, and still found its way, to 10 wins and beat Alabama and made it to Atlanta. So that's more impressive to me than taking a bunch of 5 stars and winning football games year in and year out, which once again is what Ryan Day was gifted when he took over the program. So I like Kelly at 3, Ryan Day at 4, and then I'm going to put Dabo at 5.
Can I push back?
Winning has something to do with this. What's that?
Push back from.
Ryan Day is a better coach than Lincoln Riley. Why?
I see where you're getting at. I see where you're getting at. I would.
It's a tough one.
I mean, it's a tough one because Lincoln just reset. Okay, Brum, that's wow. You've kind of thrown a wrench into all of us. We had like a good flow going, Brum. Like, what the fuck?
Damn you, Brum.
Now, like, what now? Like, what do you mean?
I mean, he's right. He's right there.
Like, I don't know.
I have Lincoln at 6. I mean, it is a similar situation. Like you've had the best team in your conference, similar to Ryan Day. Like they've been superior.
Okay, Ryan Day is better because the Big Ten is a better conference than the Big 12. That's where Ryan Day is better than Lincoln Riley.
I
at the end of the
day.
Yeah. That's where I'm landing, and it's yeah.
But do you have Dabo at 5 and Lincoln at 6?
I got Dabo at 8, brother. I got Kyle Whittingham ahead of Dabo. I got Ryan Day,
Headlines.
Brian Kelly, Lincoln Riley, Jim Harbaugh, Kyle Whittingham, Dabo Swinney.
You just hate Dabo.
No, the reason is, Aaron, Kyle Whittingham, it kind of goes back to your exact point on it's the same logic they use, which is why I'll actually join you if you really want to put Kelly at 3. I'll join you there and put Day at 4, because in the same logic, Kyle Whittingham has done so much more with so much less than what Dabo has. Dabo's in an easy conference where he is clearly the class of the conference, and he can basically sleepwalk his way to a title every year, while Utah has to deal with them never being the favorite, right? It's always, Oregon's going to be so good this year. USC is going to be so good this year. Watch out for Chip Kelly and UCLA. Like Utah.
That's us putting that perspective out there that they are not a good team. Like we keep doubting them. Doesn't mean that there's not talent on there. I think as fans and media members, we see Oregon versus Utah, and we're like, okay, Utah must not be. It's Utah, so they can't compete. It's Utah, so they shouldn't win those games. It's Utah, so they shouldn't win the Pac-12 because these other brands are bigger. So yes, like he has done more with that brand, but he has plenty of talent on that roster. Like it is a very talented roster, and it's been a talented roster. Why it may not be as talented as USC or Oregon, I don't think the gap is that significant where he's like climbing Oregon, this insane mountain.
No, that doesn't work with Oregon. Oregon is well over the blue chip ratio. They had a 60% blue chippers in 2022. They're the only Pac-12 team that was even in there. Like not even USC hit that 50%.
But it's one team, though. One team. Like you're making it seem like, poor old Utah. They have to compete with all these incredible football teams. I'm not making it seem like poor old Utah. I'm talking about Jim Harbaugh let Pittsburgh win the ACC 2 years ago, and Kyle Whittingham's played in 4 or 5 and won the last 2. And nobody fucking thinks about Utah. Like Dabo Swinney was winning. But that's our fault, though.
And
that's our fault for not thinking of them.
He blew that for not evolving with the times. Kyle Whittingham above Dabo Swinney. So is Jim Harbaugh.
No.
So is Brian. Okay, so where are you putting Dabo Swinney?
I'm putting Dabo at 5. I'm putting Dabo at 5. I'll throw in the fact that he has won some championships and get him in there. So Dabo 5, Harbaugh 6 for me.
That's fine.
I really like Fickell. I like Fickell a lot, but I need to see him do it at the Power 5 level. I mean, it was impressive what he did at Cincinnati. It was impressive making it to the playoffs. Good for you. Good for him. I think he has the potential to. Like, I love the fact that I think both of them have him in the top 10. I think he has the potential to jump to that next spot for me ahead of Whittingham. I need to see one season from him at Wisconsin. They get to 9-10 wins. I think he's firm at number 8. So I'll keep Whittingham at 8. I'll keep Fickell at 9.
I think James Franklin probably goes at 9. over Luke Fickell until I see Luke Fickell do it the big boys. What he did at Cincinnati was awesome, but I'm with you. Luke Fickell sneaks in, I think, at number 10 to me. Okay, so I'll accept Dabo at 5, even though I agree with our guy in the chat, William Chun. He said whatever Dabo had, he's lost. I think I'm kind of inclined to agree with that. Also, ruminating more on your Lincoln Riley take, Brum. I think maybe the difference would be defense also between Ryan Day and Lincoln Riley because, Ohio State's defense, while nothing special, has not been the abject disaster that Lincoln Riley defenses have been. So is that it? Do we have our okay, Light Dog, shut the hell up.
What he
says, call me crazy, but I think Mark Stoops is a top 10 coach. I
would say top 15. I put him in the top 15.
I'm kind of so over the Mark Stoops love a little bit. I mean, I guess he's done a really good job at Kentucky, but like this last year, just brutally disappointing.
It's on its way down. It is on its way down, though. I think I like him as a coach. I really like him as a coach. I like him as a person. Mark Stoops benefited from a really bad SEC East. It's been
you
bad.
Would not
the past
want
decade,
Mark Stoops to coach your team if Kirby Smart left. Nobody would be higher with the Mark Stoops hire. Nobody would be happy with the Mark Stoops hire. That's
but
just
true. I do think he's a tier above Kentucky, though. I do think he's that next tier up. Like when Florida State was looking for a coach, I was like, okay, I think he'd do good at Florida State. I think he is. I don't think he's big boy, but I do think he's one level above where Kentucky is. And I think he should. I think he needs to leave sooner rather than later because I think they are descending. Tennessee's going to be better than them consistently. Georgia obviously.
What does Mark Stoops do well?
He has a program in Kentucky that's consistent. I think it's all just consistent. It's not sexy. It's not flashy. It's usually, last year was a little bit sloppy at times, but it's usually very good fundamental football, hard-nosed football, pro-style football, rock'em sock'em type stuff, discipline.
Ugh.
And he's built it's nothing, like I said, it's nothing sexy. It's nothing going to win championships.
Stuff, discipline.
Yeah.
You're actively making me hate Mark Stoops more. You're making him more boring and a worse coach than he probably
is boring, but it works at Kentucky. We both know it's a basketball school, and we've heard, it is. Let's be real. So the fact that he has turned it into like we're somewhat excited about football is pretty impressive.
Okay, look, I can look, even though I think that Dabo's time in the sun is done, I do appreciate that he managed to break through at a time when it looked like Nick Saban was potentially unbreakable. Light Dog points out with Stoops, who won 9 games as a wide receiver quarterback. He did, Mark Stoops did at Kentucky, and that was great. But like Aaron said, partially, I think taking advantage of bad East, and I don't think that's going to happen again. All right, so here's our Snaps top 10. Unlike the cowards, Stuart Mandel and Bruce Feldman, love you guys, we have Kirby Smart as the clear number 1, Nick Saban as the clear number 2, and then we got into a little bit of debate, but we agreed, right, Aaron, that Brian Kelly at 3. You convinced me there.
Yes.
Followed by Ryan Day, then Dabo Swinney, then Jim Harbaugh, Lincoln Riley, Kyle Whittingham. I have James Franklin. Who do you have here? You have Luke Fickell. I have James Franklin and then Luke Fickell. Okay, you want to flip them?
I'll let you go. I'll go with James at 9.
I'm about to say
like
James Franklin.
You look at the stats, you're like, damn, it's kind of impressive. Not gonna lie, like what he did at Vanderbilt and then what he did taking over the Penn State program. I mean, I know we kind of give him some crap for his personality and how he runs a program, but shit, he's been effective. So yeah. If Luke had done what he did at Cincinnati at a Power 5 school, then Luke would be ahead. But he's been called up for the minors, man. We've called him for the bullpen. Let's go see what you can do with the big boys at Wisconsin. And I think he's capable. Nope. I think he's very capable of doing it. I just need to see it with my own eyes.
Yeah, the literal big boys. They got some big ones up there, Wisconsin. And then we all agree that Matt Rule is at 11. Correct? Is that right? What? What, Aaron? What do you mean? Why are you tying? He's 15.
Lane Kiffin. I like Lane Kiffin at 11. Lane Kiffin at 11.
Oh, wow. So it is kind of interesting. So I don't have Stewart's in front of my face, but Bruce ends up going Lance Leipold at 10 out of Kansas, which I actually love. Then Fickle. Then he goes Dave Clawson at 12. And Kleeman from Kansas State at 13, which, okay. Then he goes Chip Kelly, Matt Rule, Kalen DeBoer. DeBoer probably, like, is it Kleiman? I always say Kleeman. If Washington's really good again, then DeBoer should be higher on the list.
Yeah.
Here's Jimbo Fisher at 17, then Mark Stoops, Hugh Freeze 19, Sonny Dykes 20, Mike Norvell, Heupel, Ferencz, Bielema, Calhoun. I would go nowhere in the top 25. That's crazy, right? I mean, but then again, Ole Miss kind of sucked last year, Aaron, you know? Like, I hate it, and I love Kiffin, but Ole Miss kind of sucked.
Ole Miss, though. It's Ole Miss.
I mean, but that kind of doesn't work
when you're getting paid $8 million.
Yeah, but they started like 7-1 or 7-0.
Well, that's because their schedule was. I mean, it was the first 4 games were bye weeks. They were able to have a quarterback competition for the first 4 games.
And you want to be in the top 25 coaches in the country, you have to win the Egg Bowl. Like, that's kind of just the bottom line. It's going to be tough for me to put you in. It's going to be tough for me to put. You could be in the top 25, but I don't know if I can get Kiffin in this top 10. I really don't know if I can. Like, I would put both Leipold and DeBoer in the top 10. I do like Kleiman. I don't know about Clawson. I don't know why Dave Clawson got that. Maybe it's because Wake Forest is so bad. I might put Mike Norvell in here, dude. If FSU's legit, I could get into Norvell in top 15. And there's a sick part of my brain that wants to put
I think Sonny Dykes ain't getting any love. Took a damn team to the Natty last year and gets no love, but
yeah, but it's because he has a lot of head coaching resume that's not that good. Not awful, but just like, you know, I think to me, I think this is
Heupel's prove it year. I think if Josh Heupel at Tennessee can do it back-to-back seasons with a different quarterback and show the system can work with different type of guys, because Milton's different than Hendon. If he can prove that, then I'm like, dude, I'm sipping that Kool-Aid. Like, they win 10 games, 11 games, and maybe make it competitive versus Georgia there in November. He's jumping top 15. He may even get close to top 10.
Yeah, I agree that nobody has more movement potential on this list than Heupel. I think Norvell's up there as well. Outside of that, I don't see anybody else taking any massive leaps. So, and then that makes sense because it's a prove it year for Norvell also. Rob says Matt Rule is trash. He's the laughing stock of Panthers country. He had one decent run at Baylor, still cashing in on that. Don't forget, I don't know why I'm burping, y'all. I apologize. Don't forget he had a decent run at Temple as well. Okay.
Listen, Nick Saban's a laughing stock of Dolphin country.
That's true.
Who cares?
That's true.
Who cares?
You ever heard a dolphin laugh? I have.
You look like someone from The Last of Us. That face you just had.
I love one thing I like about The Last of Us are, again, I just really like the mushrooms. I really like the little feelers that come in the mouth. You saw episode 3 though, Aaron. What'd you think?
I did see episode. It was
really good.
I thought it was really well done. We talked about it yesterday. I think this was offline. We talked about it, like the difference between this and Breaking Bad, and like why would I watch this? The writing is significantly better. The storylines are
not
really
Breaking Bad.
good.
We said the difference between this and Walking Dead.
Not Breaking Bad. Walking Dead. Sorry, Walking Dead. Yes, Walking Dead. Really good.
The writing's on a different level compared to Walking Dead. And Walking Dead was fun and good. And look, the Walking Dead comic book, I would recommend to anyone by Robert Kirkman. It's really, really good. But Last of Us is different. And I feel like you're seeing that. I can't wait to watch the rest of it. I'm still very behind, but my God, Mando. So we were supposed to do our Blue Blood top 10. I apologize for teasing it, but I do have a hard out in 3 minutes. So I'm sorry, Brum. We're just going to have to, I'm going to make the executive decision.
This ship sailed around 10 minutes ago. It's totally fine.
Yeah, I figured.
I think it's going to happen.
Oh my God. Okay, guys. Well, how about somebody fucking speak up then? This shit right here. Like,
we were enjoying ourselves.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm my bad. I'm being defensive.
We have so much content to do before August.
Look, this is on me. You're right. Sometimes I get defensive and then I just start lashing out, and that's what I was doing just now. So I apologize.
Sounds like someone who's definitely the center of attention over here.
No, I'm just insecure. It's like I don't know. I feel like I felt like maybe I was being judged for not moving the show along, but I was enjoying the conversation. I agree.
Yeah.
Rob says the golden era of Georgia football is upon us. What a time to be alive. It is the best time to be alive is during a golden era. I just went through it with LSU and the Saban to Mile, like that whole window was just awesome before Saban went to Alabama. But no, it's just like world history, right? Like it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be alive when your country, if you're English, you want to be alive when Elizabeth was ruling and Francis Drake was out here privateering ships, just bringing wealth back to the country. You don't want to be alive when the Romans pulled out of Britain and it was like the internet had suddenly gone away. So yeah, good for all you Georgia fans. Although LSU, again, let's be clear, just like basketball last night, going to whoop that ass in football this fall, dude.
Okay, whatever you think.
What?
Let's just focus on trying to get through the SEC West, and then maybe once the SEC West assemble, it's just no more East and West. Then maybe.
I would say focus on getting to the SEC East, but you literally don't have to, because y'all are cowards who just play the most BS schedule in the entirety of college football. Mm-hmm. Thomas Dare says Willie Fritz from Tulane should be on this top 25 list. I could get behind that. I would throw him somewhere in the top 25 because I don't think you can really appreciate just how impossible it is to win at Tulane and how incredible
I'm excited
to see
USC. I'm excited to see Steve Sarkisian win 10 games this year and jump to the top 25. That's when we're cooking. That is when Bruce Feldman's gonna just T-Ball's ready to go. And with that, great day.
I guess there's a first time for everything, Aaron. I mean, I've never seen Sark win 10 games. Maybe you have. Has he actually? I'm almost positive he never has. As we said yesterday, he's basically got a 500 record despite being at Washington, USC, and Texas. Year by year record. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. All right, look, huge shout out to everyone for hanging out with us here in the chat. We love you, man. If y'all like the show, you can like this video. You can subscribe to the Volume Sports YouTube channel. You can certainly sub to the pod, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, rate it and review it. That helps share it. And just tell your friends about it, because that's really chill. Word of mouth goes a long way. We love you all so much, man. And it bums me out that we're not going to see you again live until Monday. We do got a great interview we're going to be putting up tomorrow. We talk a lot of Big Ten. And Bilbo asks, any future live shows soon, T? That is for our bosses to decide. But, we are always down for that. We will see going forward. No, Steve Sarkisian has never won 10 games, Aaron. So you're putting your faith in a false god. In 2014 USC, he got to 9-4 with a bowl win. So 8-4 regular season, which for him is great. Like 8-4 regular season for Sark, take a bow. That's excellent. That's the best he's ever done.
Keeps his job. He goes 8-4 this year. So
not for long, Aaron Murray. All right, we love you, and we'll see you Monday on. Oh, sorry. Can't sign off without thanking Ryan Brumley, Pat Gunner, Danny Cardenas, Paul Farrington, Adam Gracia, and all of you hanging out with us. We love you all, and we'll see you on Monday.